This is the agenda for today: Einstein Platform and Einstein Next Best Action, and how can we deliver the recommendations to the customer or employee. And finally, we are going to deliver optimal recommendation based on a simple business scenario. So before I jump into this topic, so I just would like to give a quick information on the Einstein platform. So it is fully based on artificial intelligence technology, and we can do the discovery of any insights into that Einstein platform. That may be a Salesforce data, or it may be a non-Salesforce data like MuleSoft or anything. So we can discover, and we can incorporate all the data into the Einstein platform, and we can predict the future outcome based on the data what we are having in our CRM. So based on the prediction, we can do some quick or really impactful recommendations for the employees or customers. So we can give some recommendations using the next best action, and we can do the automate the processes to achieve those things. So we are having some automation process in our Salesforce R, so we can do achieve those things using the automation. So yeah, let's jump into that Einstein next best action. So it is a cool future introduced by Salesforce to automate the business process. By using this feature, we can deliver optimal recommendations to the customer or employee or the agents. So we can configure this business process by using the clicks. So we don't need to go for a code. So we can just click, drag and drop, and we can simply achieve this feature to deliver a huge difference on our business. So we can improve, we can see some improvements on the business by using this feature. And it can be used any of our Salesforce records or communities. So the main thing is we can use this lightning component on the any of our Salesforce records or communities based on our business need. Yeah. So as I said, so we can connect any of the insights, that is any of the data to the Einstein platform. It may be a Salesforce CRM data, or it may be any non-Salesforce data that is coming from MuleSoft, anything. So we can connect those things based on our business rules on top of Einstein platform. And finally, we can achieve the recommendations to the users based on the lightning components what we have built for the next best action. Yeah. So we can see how to deliver the Einstein next best action. So to achieve that, we need to follow some steps, and we need to do some click and drops. So the first thing is choose a type of recommendations. So first we need to choose the type of recommendation that may be any most relevant add-on offers to the customer, or maybe we can provide some perfect troubleshooting solutions to the customer. For example, if a customer purchased a coffee vending machine on the company, so after the purchase we can provide some support system to them. And if a customer purchased a vehicle from the motor company, we can give some add-on offers to them. So we can provide those recommendations to them. Since we can use this Einstein next best action on sales and service console, we can make use of this feature to provide the recommendation on both service and sales. Then we can integrate the sources of insight. That is, we know that we can use any Salesforce or non-Salesforce data. And finally, we need to embed those recommendations. That is, those recommendations on our Lightning component, so that we can have this future on our community or any of the records. So take an action. The final thing is, based on the action taken by the user, we can update the records, or we can do the necessary action items to the users. So here I'm just going to take a simple example. That is, we are going to update an opportunity close date when it is overdue. So here I'm not going to update all the opportunities close date. So we are just going to update only for overdue opportunities. So we need to define those criteria in our flows. Yeah, the first step is we need to create a new recommendations. So since Salesforce is provide a standard object called recommendation, we can make use of this object, and we can create our first recommendation by using some required information. That is name, and there is some labels we need to provide for action and accept rejection. Since there is two, the action will be based on two things, that the user can accept the recommendation, or they can reject the recommendation what we are providing for them. So we need to provide the labels for them. And finally, we are going to invoke the action flow, what we are creating in our flow. So we need to invoke that flow into this recommendation. Okay. And the next thing, we are going to build a next best action strategy. By using this strategy builder, we can create a new strategy, or we can use the existing strategy that is fully based on our business scenario. So here I'm going to give a new, create a new strategy by using the strategy builder. Yeah. And finally, we are going to embed this recommendation. So we have created a recommendation, right, on the step one. So that recommendation will be loaded here, and I'm just filtering this list of records only for overdue closed date opportunities, and we will be seeing the output. So this is the next best action strategy what I have built. And this is the main thing, that we are invoking this flow into the recommendation object. So this is the flow. We are getting all the opportunity records, and we are prompting the user to provide the update option. That is which date we are going to update on this opportunity. And if it is really overdue, then we are going to update the particular opportunity record. Otherwise, we are just ignoring that record. So this flow is used to get the opportunity records and filter the opportunity record to provide the recommendation to the user, which are all having overdue close date. So here I have used some screen flow and other elements of the flow. And finally, we need to add this lightning component onto the decide page. That is, it may be any of our Salesforce record page or community page we can use. So here, since we are going to update the opportunity close date, so I have placed this Einstein next best action component on this opportunity record page. Yeah. Finally, we got the best recommendation for the user for all which records are overdue by the close date. Here we can see the options, that is one is acceptance and another one is rejection. So based on the user input, the record will get updated. So this is the lightning component what have used for the next best action. Yeah. And one more thing, so if the record doesn't meet the criteria, so it will not show any recommendation. It will show the recommendation only for the records which are all meeting the accepted criteria. So even we can remove this. So if you remove this option, then it will not show this recommendation for the records which are all not meeting that criteria. Yeah, just can show you the implementation, what I have implemented. So hope everyone can see my screen. That is, this is the recommendation object what I have created to achieve the business scenario. So this is the recommendation name and this is the action flow what we have built for the update the opportunity records based on the overdue date. And this one is the flow that we have built to get the opportunity records and get the input for the update opportunity record. And based on the input, so we are going to segregate the records, that is which are all falls under the criteria. So we are going to update. If it is not, then we are going to just ignore that opportunity. So this is what we have implemented on the flow, and maybe this here we are going to update the records. What is the criteria? And the next thing, the action strategy, that is next best action strategy builder. So by using this builder, we need to load the recommendation record. So here, this is the ID of the recommendation record what we have created on the recommendation object. So if it will be invoked, automatically invoked if we added this recommendation into the load element. So I just loaded into this, and this is the filter criteria. So have filter the records only based on today. So it will get the overdue records to update the close date. And the final thing is output. And another thing, yeah. So, okay. So another thing is we need to add this next best action lightning component on the page. So I have just, we can just drag and drop to add this component on the page. So I have added this component, which is provided by Salesforce. This is a page we can add that component. And yeah. Finally, we can see the recommendations based on our business scenario. So here we can see two options. Either the user can update the close date, or if they don't need, they can reject that close date. So since it is meeting the criteria, it is overdue with the close date, it is showing the option. So if I want to update the close date, then I can provide the updated close date and I can update this record. So simply I can ignore, like if I don't want this recommendation to make use of this on this record, so I can simply reject this record. And another thing, Yeah. So this record has no recommendation since it is not meeting that criteria. So it is simply just showing that it doesn't have any recommendations for you right now. Yeah. Uh, yeah. That's all for this. And so based on this future, we can improve our business, and we can make use of this future to make suggestions really impactful and really powerful suggestions to the business users. So it is really recommendable to use to improve our business. And yeah, so that's all. I hope I have done the presentation. So if anyone has any questions, please let's have a look into that. Any questions? Okay, so yeah, so no questions. So thanks for all for your time. So please reach me if you have any questions on the mentioned email ID. So maybe I'm available to answer your questions. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, everyone. So, and